One thing I did want to mention, I look at this and I see 2029, because we talked about how some of these things go into effect in 2023, some all the way through 2029, which is very interesting because we know administrations can change, laws can change. I mean, in 6 years, a lot can change. But by 2029, it says in the bill that they're hoping to have 60 drugs that are up for negotiation. So I thought that was worth mentioning. Okay, let's go to the cap. A lot of people asking you about this $2,000 cap.
Okay, so this is a big one, right? So we know that within this bill, starting in 2025, there is an out-of-pocket max of $2,000 on your drug card. This is huge. This is groundbreaking. This has never been the case before. We know how convoluted drug cards can be. So because of that, we're going to walk through what your drug card tiers look like. So we're going to pull up here your drug card tiers. And these numbers are based off of what's happening in 2023. So we have your first tier on a drug card, and this is whether you're on a standalone drug card or your drug card is built within the Medicare Advantage plan, an MAPD. So we have your first tier, which is the deductible tier, which means that you alone are paying 100% of the cost of your medications up until you hit $505. Once you alone, paying 100% of that cost, hit $505, then you move into the initial coverage phase, where now you're splitting the cost of your medications with the drug card or the carrier that you're participating enrolled in. You're paying 25% and your card is picking up the rest. Once you and your drug card together hit $46.60, then you move into the coverage gap. This is also known as the donut hole, where in years past there was even a bigger cost difference where this really escalated the cost of your drug prices. But now it's remaining about the same, where you're still going to only be paying 25% of your cost. Your drug card will be picking up the rest. Once you and your drug card together hit $73.99 or $7,400, you move into catastrophic coverage, where basically you are paying 5% coinsurance with no out-of-pocket max. So with no out-of-pocket max, you can see that there's a lot on the table as far as your expenses go, what to be prepared for. You want to make sure that your drugs are covered every year, senior discount savings cards, whatever you can do to avoid the exorbitant prices. Now, we've talked about this out-of-pocket max happening in 2025, where you're going to be capped at $2,000. But even sooner than 2025, in 2024, we are eliminating within this bill the catastrophic coverage component. Now that's big because with that elimination, in theory, that could begin an out-of-pocket max at that point in 2024. So when you look at those percentage splits, let's say you're paying 25%, you're moving through these tiers, and you alone hit about $3,250 when you do the math with percentages. It averages to be about that. That could be the new out-of-pocket max in 2024. And then moving into 2025, that's where you'll see that $2,000 out-of-pocket max.
Yeah, when we build these plans out over the course of your entire lifetime. So we're going all the way out to age 100 in most cases, and we build in a lot of what-if money for the inevitable things that do happen within our lives. Once you retire, those inevitable things don't just stop, right? You might need to replace your roof, or you're probably at some point going to need to replace your car maybe a couple times. Maybe you need long-term care, maybe underneath the current coverage, you reach that catastrophic coverage and there's no end. Well, based on the bill, this is one of those what ifs that is mostly eliminated for a lot of people once this ultimately kicks in, which could help alleviate some of the anxiety that some people have, especially if they've gone through the catastrophic coverage before.
It's the number one conversation I have with people every year during annual enrollment is, what are my drugs going to cost the next year? Will my drug card still cover this? Should I be using a senior's discount card on my medications, which is apart from my Part D card? What strategies can we implement? So in theory, in 2024, with the elimination of that 5% coinsurance, hopefully that means that begins that out-of-pocket max, which takes our strategy planning to a different conversation and a different level.
Yeah, you mentioned those rewards cards, GoodRx, a common one. We don't have a problem with GoodRx, but how you use GoodRx might change under these new laws.
It's true. So part of the strategy that we put together is if you are on expensive medications, part of the strategy is, okay, where can we use a savings, a senior's discount card, which is separate from your drug card, just to get you that saving, because there's no out-of-pocket max. So what drugs do you want to use there for that coverage, for that discount, versus what do you want to use on the drug card? Well, now with this information, it changes that conversation, because if we know that there's an out-of-pocket max and you know that you are going to be paying more than $2,000 or more than $3,250 in 2024, then maybe funnel all of your medication costs to the drug card. That way you can hit that out-of-pocket max and not have any more payments the rest of the year.
And that's the strategies that our families love. This is not stuff that you have to remember. This is part of the value add that you offer to the families that you work with. This is the process that you walk them through to make sure that they're thinking about all these things, even if it's not on your radar currently. Thank you for watching this clip of Retiring Today, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have questions about your retirement plan, take advantage of the complimentary 15-minute retirement checkup phone call.